Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas and a happy new year, and I hope 2022 brings all the prospects to you that everyone deserves. Today's video is reacting to the Rolex price increase and also an update on the root beer. I've had a lot of comments asking about the root beer PPF application and how it's surviving, so we're gonna have a little look at that and have a chat about that, and also what I hope 2022 brings to me, and what watches I'm looking for and what watches I hope that I'll be able to get this year. So let's have a look, let's flip the camera around, let's get the intro spinning, and let's have a chat. So, Rolex price increase 2022. The price increase come in on the 1st of January 2022, and we have seen this time a different price increase structure than we've ever seen before, or well, what I've ever seen before. Usually we have a price increase which is a certain percentage generally across the board for all models. Doesn't matter what material, doesn't matter what watch they are, but this year we've seen something different. So I've got a little picture here in front of me which I will get into the video so you can see as well. This has been floating around on the socials and also lots of other websites, so whoever made it, thank you very much, it's helped us out a lot. If I get anything, I'll tag you in the comments. So what we can see first is that the GMT2 BLRO steel has gone up the biggest, 11.3%, and that takes it from 7,550 to 8,400. And in terms of price increases, that is rather on the larger side. Other little things: Explorer 2 steel gone from 6,800 to 7,550, 11%. Submariner steel 6,450 to 7,150, and that's the non-date. Explorer steel 5,150 to 5,700, 10%. Milgauss 10.5%. Daytona steel LN black dial 10.5 to 11.6, an increase of 1,100, under 9.9%. And we've seen these big percentages, but only on the steel models. The sports steel models, there's Oyster Perpetuals have gone up, but little bits, 3%. And I think that Rolex have really monitored the market and seen what's going on, and I really feel like this this price increase is showing us what Rolex, where they want to be. They're going to make the steel models even more exclusive to get and just as expensive as the precious metal models. For example, the half gold models 3%, Sea Dweller steel, Sea Dweller steel 2%. That's it. But they've really took grace of all the high value on the grey market models, the ones that are really selling for, you know, double list, triple list, and to be honest, I don't blame them. Rolex, you know, are in a fantastic place to be. They're selling products which they can't make fast enough, and then as soon as they hit in the market, they're selling for double the amount. And to be honest, if I owned Rolex, or I had a company which I was selling, for example, shoes, and as soon as they come out the door, someone's selling for double the amount, it's a fantastic place to be, and you can't grudge that. I know it's frustrating in terms of the consumer, but as a business point of view, you can't judge that at all. But what does that tell us? That tells me personally that they're going to make them more exclusive. They're going to become well, the steel models are going to come just as expensive as the half gold models, and then they're going to be even harder to get. Price increases, I don't think they're going to affect the grey market straight away. I reckon it's going to be 2, 3, 4 months before we start seeing a reflect in price, because obviously they need to start selling them at these prices, and then when they hit the grey market, if they do, we're going to see the jump there. I don't think it's going to be straight away, maybe, you know, as the start of summer, but if you are looking for these models, it's better to buy these sooner than later, because I feel like come the summer they're going to be, you know, even more than they are now. And yeah, it's the first price increase that I've ever seen that has a big jump. This is not models across the board, like the whole lot's getting 5%. This is 10-11% in certain places only, and then the rest are free, to even down to the Sky Dweller Rose Gold, 0.2%, which has gone up 50 quid, which is marginal compared to 11.3%. So we've really seen different different angles and different reasonings why they put the price up on these certain models. For example, the Daytona has gone up 1,100 for a 10.5% increase, and 10%. You know, it's quite a chunk. It's it's not £300-400. It's an extra £1,000 for the same watch. But it's only like that because, you know, they're probably around 30 grand on the grey market. So are they taking advantage of that? Most probably. They know that, you know, people buying these products, the lucky individuals to buy these products, you know, maybe if you don't sell them, they're still worth that. And so you're not making money, but I suppose as an individual, your assets are getting they're getting stronger. But nevertheless, I feel like even if you are going to buy these watches, you are going to pay, you know, you are going to pay the 10-11% without question. But we saw it coming. It was only a matter of time before Rolex have a look at the market themselves, and they must have been monitoring it for a long time, or maybe they have something to play in it. They play the market potentially. Who knows? You know, they say like, we'll hold back these models and we'll see what happens to the price. You know, they're just like market research, it's development within the brand. But you know, it's no one's got to tell Rolex what to do, and I think that's the real eye opener in terms of why they just haven't built more factories. They probably are, who knows, I don't know, but they don't need to. They're not a profit driven company. As long as they get by and pay the bills, I suppose they're doing okay. They have no one there to tell them, well, we need to make more watches, we can't have a demand like this because we could sell double the amount of watches. And you know, I don't think they have a board of directors who need to see a profit. They, you know, it is a trust, I think, or a foundation. And yeah, obviously they are still making loads of money because they're doing different things and helping, you know, different organisations around the world and sponsoring people. But it's a good place to be for Rolex, I think, and as a consumer, it's only going to get harder to get them. And I think they're just going to get to another prestige level. Not straight away. It's a slow increase over the years. So maybe 2025, 2027. Who knows where they'll be? Maybe they are trying to be like AP and Patek and really cut the numbers. Like I said, they don't need to sell the watches, I don't think, and whatever they produce, there'll be a massive queue for them. So I don't blame them, but it's good to see an increase, I suppose. If anyone gets the opportunity, they're still going to buy them, so it doesn't affect the consumer too much in terms of let's put the price up 10% and then let's see a drop in sales, because I don't think it's going to happen. Because that day they can still only make us the same amount of watches. But obviously if it's 10% of the steel models, I don't know how much that equates to on their side of things. But my reaction to that is we all saw it coming, but I think there's plenty of space in there to embrace it, and if you get the call, I don't think it's going to affect your decision. Moving on to the root beer. So I've had a lot of comments on my videos about how my root beer is doing. Where's my box? One sec. I protected it with the Watch Protect Company kit, and it's held out quite well. It's been on there maybe 5-6 months. When I last did a video, I'll drop it in the comments. And there has been a few bit lifted a little bit, but I spoke to the guys on Instagram and they sent me out replacement parts, which I was very appreciative of. Haven't had a chance to fit them yet because I have been very busy, but they are on my list to do. So my only concern, not a concern, my only feedback, and if anyone's looking to fit this kit, I will tell you the main thing that me personally has been affected is the feel of the watch. I know obviously it's plastic coated because obviously I put the kit on, but you just don't get that. You don't get that raw metal feeling, and obviously you're going to be like, well, yeah, it's because it's got plastic on it, but it just loses the bit of. It's hard to explain. It just loses that, like that. What's the word for it? Like, I don't know, that connection. I feel it, and it feels plasticky, and I know it is plastic. But when my bluesy, which I wear, which hasn't got the kit on it, I just feel it, and it feels so much better. It just feels so much better. But in terms of protection, it has done the job, and I can't disagree with it. And I feel like if I ever, wanted to take it off or needed to sell it or whatever the case is, but I'm not, but it is, I know underneath it is 100% mint condition, which is a nice feeling to have. And I know, if you can wear them without scratching them, I think that kit was about £100. It's worth it all day long. It's worth it all day long. I spoke to the guys. They said it could be how I applied it, or could just be coincidence. But it has lifted in a few places, but hasn't really affected the use of the watch. It still looks fantastic. It still looks mint condition. I'm just having a look at now, and to be fair, it just looks like it's at the shop, really, and it's quite nice. But let's flip the camera quickly and we'll have a quick look, and then we'll go into my 2022 wish list. So here it is then. As you can see, it's still a beautiful watch, one of the hottest bimetals on the market currently, so still sitting very pretty on my wrist. It is a beautiful watch. It's 10 out of 10. As you know, this is protected, so have a quick look. Like I said before, you can't see that. It just looks mint condition. There's no way you'd see that through the camera or the naked eye. If you walk past me, you wouldn't know no different. But as you can see, I can just see if I can zoom in on it. We've just got some lift on the corners, and on that bit there, just a bit of lift. There's a bit of dust and a bit of grime what's got, underneath it. But like you say, it's just perfect. But like I said, I don't know whether it was the application. Oh, you got a little bit off there. Look, but I'll just pop that back on. Actually, but you can see there, like them bits there, they just caught. Not that they're not doing their job, but it's just, you can see that better now. Look, it's just lifted up on them edges there. And also you see that bit where it joins with that, it's obviously flicked that little kidney bit off. Look. See, like that. But in general, it's done a fantastic job. It's not a perfect finish into, like I said, I'm rubbing my finger along there and it does feel a bit plasticky. But overall, it's a very well protected watch, and like I said, I do know, if I took it off, it would be mint underneath. As you can see, there's not a scratch on there whatsoever, and that gives me a nice, confident wear. I know, like, if it ever has a problem, it's going to be looking top notch. I don't know what would happen if I sent it in for a service with Rolex like that. It'd probably get ripped off and chucked away. But overall, still a beautiful watch, one of the hottest on the market. But you can just see there, like right there where the bits join. It's not as seamless as without it, but that is understandable. We know it's not going to be perfect because you're applying something on something that is not designed to be applied on, but it does give a very good protection. So get in contact with the guys if you ever think, but I know that has lifted there, but their customer service has been fantastic. So I can't argue with them about that, because they sent out new bits straight away. I just haven't got time to fit them yet. So, but nevertheless, still a very beautiful watch. I see these summer 2022, these will be over 20 grand. But right, 2022's wish list. So on my wish list for 2022, I would like. I'm still after an Oyster Perpetual 41 yellow. Yellow is one of my favourite colours, and I just think for a summer that'd be perfect. And I did see online someone put a rubber strap. It wasn't on the yellow one. I think it was on the red one with a red rubber strap. Could be a rubber B strap, and it looked the nuts. So if I can get my hand on a yellow one, I'll be over the moon, and maybe I could look at getting a yellow strap for it for the summer. And I just think that'd be a perfect summer watch. It'll stand out, it's going to look good, and I just love yellow. There's just something about it. Secondly, after having my bluesy, I wouldn't mind a stainless steel date sub. I do have a non-date, but I just prefer a date. It just looks complete. And I look at the 3 o'clock marker, which obviously a baton instead of the time, and I'm just uneasy about it. I'm just not sure on that. And the date sub would slot in there perfectly. What else? Them two there, to be fair, are my main ones for next year. I'm not after every single model because I know it's thingy, but also I would love a Sky Dweller to join the collection. I do have my name down for one, but whether next year is going to be my year, it is hard to say because I know they are very exclusive pieces. But overall, I feel like my collection at the minute is pretty complete. I just, like I said, a date sub, OP41 yellow, and possibly a few other little bits. But I am sincerely quite happy with my collection as a whole. What else would I think? Tudors, I wouldn't mind. When I was in Dubai, I tried on the 42mm Navy Seal titanium Tudor, and to be honest, that did tick the box. I quite like that. I quite like the strap being a NATO strap, like a Velcro strap. It sat quite well, and it was quite light and nice and eligible on the thingy. So maybe I'll have one of them come next year. I do have my name down in a few places as well. But yeah, just them few really. Not looking for too much, but you know, you never know. I have got my name down for a Milgauss, possibly an Explorer, obviously a Daytona Steel. Where I'm going to get one's another story. But who knows what the year could bring, you know. But all we've got to do is we've got to knuckle down. We've got to make sure we're working hard. So we ever get the call, we're ready to go, and that's the most important thing. You've got to be ready. There's nothing worse than getting the call or the watch of your dreams and you're not ready to go. So whether or not, who knows what the year will bring, but it's all about working hard and getting in a good position. So I'll keep on doing that. This is my first video of 2022. I've got lots of things hoping to come within the year. As you know, I don't do this full time. This is like a hobby, but I like making the videos. I like seeing your comments. I like speaking to you. I had a lot of people who live locally to me who want to meet up, and I'm quite looking forward to meeting up with them. We can talk watches all afternoon and you know, gain a relationship, and to me that's what it's all about. But we've got a good year coming up. I've had a fantastic, it's been a great 2021. Let's have a good 2022. So I just appreciate all the views. I only started this channel maybe 8 months ago, made about, I don't know, 15 or so videos, and the views and the feedback has been more than I could ever imagine. I know it's small time compared to a lot of other people, but it doesn't matter too much to me. But yeah, thank you very much guys. Please get liked and subscribed, and who knows what the year could bring. Cheers.